Hey, look, IRAs, 401ks, SEP IRAs, simple IRAs, and 403bs all have something in common, and that is if you withdraw money from them prior to age 59 and a half, you would not only pay taxes on the amount that you withdraw, but you would also incur a 10% penalty. But what if you want to retire before 59 and a half and you need to tap into those retirement accounts? Well, my name is Keith Wilson. I'm a financial advisor helping folks just like you plan for early retirement. And in this video, I will show you a way that you can access your retirement accounts before 59 and a half without a 10% penalty. Lightning strikes and then you're gonna know my name. If you are planning on retiring before age 59 and a half and need to withdraw money from your retirement accounts, to live on, this could be problematic because there would be a 10% penalty for doing so. But there is a way you can do it and avoid the 10% penalty. It's called the 72T rule. So let's talk about what the 72T rule is, how it works, how to implement it, and some things to consider before you pull the trigger. Hey, but before we do, why not go ahead and subscribe to this channel? Give this video a thumbs up. I post a lot of content discussing retirement planning, personal finance, and investing strategies that you may be interested in. All right, under Section 72T of the IRS Code, there is a provision that waives the 10% penalty for early withdrawal from your retirement accounts if certain conditions are met. So, in order to tap into that retirement account, the distributions made must be in what is called substantially equal periodic payments, or SEPP. And those payments or distributions must be made for 5 years or until age 59 and a half, whichever is later. So, what is considered a substantially equal periodic payment? Well, it's not an amount that you just make up. No. You have to follow the rules that the IRS sets forth in calculating the amount. And there are 3 ways to do that, which are the required minimum distribution method. What you do is you divide the account balance by your life expectancy using the IRS table. Now, using this method, that would cause your payments to change each year because of your life expectancy. Now, the next way to calculate the amount to be withdrawn is the amortization method. Now, this calculation would use what is called a reasonable interest rate, which is 120% of the Fed midterm rate, and apply that to the account balance. Now, here, your payment would be fixed for the length of your withdrawal period. And the third method is the annuitization method. Now, under this method, simply take the most recent reported account balance, then divide it by an annuity factor, which is found on the IRS's mortality table. And this amount would also be fixed for the length of the term. Now, look, I know this may sound a little confusing here, but don't worry. There are many 72T calculators out there that will do the work for you. So, for example, let's look at one here from Bankrate. So here, you would just plug in what your IRA or retirement account balance is. Let's say it's $500,000, and reasonable interest rate, they kind of do the calculation for you at 4.79%. Plug in your age, plug in your beneficiary age. If you want to use what most people do is the single life expectancy, then down here, it calculates what each amount would be. So the required minimum distribution method would be $16,892. If you use the amortization method in this example, then your distribution amount per year would be $31,948. If you use the annuitization method, then your distribution amount would be $31,660. So pretty neat calculations just to show you how this works and what to expect. Now, before implementing the 72T rule, there are some things to consider here. First, Once you start it, you can't undo it. You have to ride that train for 5 years or 59 and a half, whichever is later. If you stop it or you pull out more money, then it's busted, and then you'll have to pay the 10% penalty on all the amounts that you have withdrawn. Second, even though you would avoid the 10% penalty, you will still pay income taxes on the amount withdrawn. Third, if you have a 401k, with your current employer, you cannot use the 72T rule. You must be separated from the employer. Fourth, once you implement the substantially equal periodic payment plan, you can no longer contribute to that retirement account. Fifth, if you have multiple IRAs, you can choose which one you want to use the 72T rule on. It doesn't have to be set up on all of them. And lastly, these periodic payments, they don't have to be just annually. You could set them up on monthly, quarterly, or semi-annually. So once you are ready to do the substantially equal periodic payment plan under 72T rule, you simply call your custodian where your retirement account is held and let them know. And they will do the calculations for you and start the process. But again, consider everything mentioned here and get with your tax professional or financial advisor first to see if this all makes sense. And hey, if you would like to get in touch with me, check out the resources below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.
If I don't know any limitations.